Hello, I'm Professor Good, and welcome to Biology 110 Live Science. In this video, I'm going to introduce you to the course and hit the highlights on how to get started. So here I am on the Canvas site for this course and what we call the home page. If you scroll down, you can see information about me, things like my email address, how the course works, etc. The next tab located on the left is the syllabus. I highly recommend that you read the syllabus carefully, and I also recommend you print it out at least the last few pages, which has all of the assignments and their due dates. Announcements will be posted once the course has started. These will also be emailed to you if you have that set up in Canvas. I highly recommend you add notifications for this course so that you're aware of what's happening. Most of the time, you're going to be in the modules. So we're going to click on modules on the left. And this is where all the content is for the course. The first module is going to be Canvas and ICC resources. So depending on how familiar with Canvas you are, you may or may not need to use any of these. It also has resources such as the Academic Support Center, which provides free tutoring, the Testing Center, etc. We're going to begin with the Welcome Start Here. So in this module, you're going to see the lab manual. It is also located in the lab kit. This is a lab course, and you're going to purchase the lab kit from the ICC bookstore. I recommend that you use the physical copy of the lab manual, but if you want to use the digital one, it is located here. The syllabus is also located here in the Start Here module. Then I have some FAQs for lecture and lab and some tips on how to complete the assignments in this course. Red shelf is only going to be needed, and so you only need to click on that if you are going to purchase your materials elsewhere. I don't recommend clicking on that because you'll be paying a higher price if you get it somewhere besides through ICC. I will explain that in the Nearpod syllabus, which we'll get to. All right, so I said this word Nearpod, and you may be like, I don't know what Nearpod is. Nearpod is a free program that we are going to use for lecture and a little bit of lab material. If you're unfamiliar with Nearpod, here are some tips. The first 5 or 6, these are videos that I have created. You don't need to actually watch these separately. They're going to be in our first assignment, which is an orientation assignment. But if later in the semester, you're having a question about something, you could go back and click on just one of these videos. Also in this module, there's assistance on how to use Proctorio. If you get stuck with McGraw-Hill, meaning you can't get one of your assignments to work, then those would be the places to go. Next, we have Nearpod tips. So you're going to do Nearpod, which I'm going to explain in just a second, as your first assignment. But before you begin, here are some things to kind of note. So basically just read through the modules. All right, so here we are at our first set of assignments. So this is where you're going to go first. You're going to click on Orientation Nearpod. So all the Nearpods have this little symbol. Looks kind of like a movie screen. So you're going to click on the Nearpod. It's going to take you to some instructions. And then you're going to click where it says Load Orientation Nearpod. This one is fairly long because it's going to cover the syllabus in detail, and it's me narrating that and lecture and lab. So it's going to basically tell you how the entire course is going to work. So you're going to click there, and then it's going to redirect you to Nearpod. It's going to ask you to sign in, and you're going to sign in using Google. So sign in with Google. So you're going to click on that. And you must use your ICC email, otherwise it's going to say you don't have permission. So put in your ICC email, click continue, and continue again. And now you're ready to get started. So it's going to autofill your name, and now it's going to redirect you to Nearpod, which again, it's free. It's just a program that we're going to use, our website, to complete assignments. So this first one, here's its instructions. It is a little long because it's me talking you through the entire course. You can start and stop it as long as you use the same computer and the same browser. It will leave off or pick up where you left off. So that's your first assignment, and you're going to keep clicking the arrow on the right until it says tap to start over. All right, so now let's go back to that module. There's 2 assignments in the orientation. The second one has to do with Proctorio. So we finished the Nearpod one, and now you're going to watch a little video, it's about 2 minutes, on Proctorio, and then you're going to take a quiz. So the video is basically going through how Proctorio works. That's what you use for proctored quizzes and exams, and making sure your computer has all the extensions that are required. After you've completed the orientation assignments, you're going to move on to the first module or lesson, which has the first chapter. So here are lecture and lab resources, and then you're going to scroll down and go to all of the assignments. So you've got a Nearpod, a SmartBook, a virtual lab, etc., some photos, and I will walk you through that in the orientation Nearpod. Looking forward to a great semester. Please reach out if you have any questions.